It's all right. I will not die.
So forget the days when Asian film was known for its badly out-of-sync dialogue and hokey fight scenes. Today, with action auteurs like John Woo leading the way, Asian-style action films have moved beyond the cult status and have chopped, kicked, and blasted their way into the Hollywood mainstream. So now with his third kick at the Hollywood can, John Woo has recruited two of the biggest names of the biz to ensure that the wooing of America will finally be a hit.
As masters of illusion, this new breed of digital effect filmmaker is coming dangerously close to what science fiction stories and social prophets have feared and dreamed of for centuries. Namely, perfectly replicated human beings. A feat many people consider to be the impossible dream.
The first reaction that I would have would be definitely that can't be done. You can say, no, the computers will never get fast enough, software will never get smart enough. There are too many nuances and subtleties in human emotions, too many subtleties and nuances in the human face, small wrinkles, hair follicles, the whole bit. You just can't reproduce everything convincingly. So, like I said, my first reaction is can't be done, but my second reaction is that I'm pretty sure in 5 years someone will prove me wrong.
Young rockers idolized them by borrowing licks and covering their tunes, many of which went on to become classic rock hits, like Eric Clapton's cover of the legendary Robert Johnson tune, Crossroad Blues. Clapton also covered Snooky Pryor's song, Judgment Day.
What you gonna do on Judgment Day?
How I feel about that? Fine, more royalty. See, I got all my songs copyrights, and I got them on the library economy. So when they make it, they can get money for recording the song, but the royalties come to me. Sure. So I make them all if you want. I can put you in here.
On the door.
I think also that a lot of the major rock and roll stars of our time owe a lot to the blues players and are now paying back those dues. I mean, you have Rolling Stones who will have B.B. King or Buddy Guy open for their major tours. And then it gets infiltrated into the pop music scene.
Obviously, blues came about from a particular situation in Black America. I mean, but I think it's got to the point now where people can feel the energy through no matter what you're doing. And it's not always, I mean, a lot of the stuff is really just about as base as getting laid.
I love this festival because it's about music, and you'll see great music all night.
The bottom line is we're a hungry, hungry, hungry band.
Do I want this? Do I want this? Yeah, we want it.
When the Tragically Hip kicked off the North by Northeast Festival, they set the stage for the thousands of talented and hungry hopefuls who had been selected to crank it up to 11 for both music fans and industry scouts as they took a shot at becoming hip.
We said I'm fabulously rich.
The task of choosing 375 bands to play the 3-night mega pub crawl meant organizers had to sift through thousands of demos that surfaced from garages, basements, and indie recording studios from around the world.
We take out the music first and we throw it on the CD player and we listen for something that's coming through the music that's got, potential, that you think is going to grow, that's going to develop.
One of the chosen few is a local Toronto band called Dizzy Spell, who we caught up with at a rehearsal for their festival gig at the El Macombo. It will be their first live gig in 6 months, after having spent most of their spare time and money recording their debut indie CD, slated to be released in July.
You just get a lot more exposure doing these kind of festivals rather than just playing gigs, on a Friday night or a Saturday night where you might get a handful or 200 people there. Yeah.
As the bands gear up for the gig, so do the record labels, who send out battalions of A&R reps, whose job it is to scout the best and most marketable unsigned artists in Canada. One of Virgin's reps, Jeff Kulovic, raised the stakes at the fest when he signed 2 Canadian acts from previous year's lineups, the Blue Meanies and Pluto.
The industry follows the bands, and if you have a room full of 300 fans, you could bet that the industry will be following the fans into that room to find out what's going on.
Oh, we're on.
Eye contact on stage.
Yeah, I'm going to set up a little closer to you guys.
And no calling the audience four-letter words.
Okay. Wish us luck.
We had fun. That's what it's all about. We had fun.
It's so funny you see these bands, the band before us, and whether they're good or not, they're working, they're trying, and that's what we're doing. And
it's all you can do in this industry.
Sometimes to no avail, because the odds are you're not going to make it. I mean, these bands are money pits, right? You do it because you love it. It's passion, it's expression.
And if we keep on doing it, something's bound to happen. We're not dead, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen.